Check it. Alright guys, what's up? You are back for another video with DataZero. This is the weekly outlook and prediction, guys. I'm expecting absolute madness this week. We're going to be looking at the meme stocks, meme coins, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, in this weekly outlook and prediction. Of course, give you guys the technicals and predictions for this week based off the weekly candle. We're looking at the smaller time frames and the larger time frames to keep your perspective in check. The smaller time frames so you can make your bag on these smaller moves, collecting it and building a bigger and brighter future. Let's not waste any more time and hop in the charts, the facts, the data. Let's go. So this is the weekly outlook and prediction. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data. We're looking at absolute madness this week. I think we're going to see some bullishness over this week. I'm going to be explaining it and breaking it down bit by bit, technical, section by section, showing you guys what we're looking at based off the charts, the facts, and the data, technical setups that we have for this week, and what I'm expecting based off the chart. So let's go ahead and hop right in without wasting any more time. So the first thing I want to get put out for you guys is what we're looking at for the data sets that are dropping. Okay, so we have right here we have the week of the 4th until the 8th, so March 4th until March 8th. So we have ISM services coming out. We have Fed Chair Powell testimony, okay? We also have jobs, JOLTS opening, so that's going to be JOLTS, and that is going to be on Wednesday. This drops on Wednesday. On Tuesday, we have ISM. On Thursday, we have Fed Chair Powell's testimony. This is going to be absolutely huge, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be absolutely huge. So that's something we're looking at as well. And then on Friday, on the 8th, another major number that the Fed has been using recently as well, unemployment. So this week is going to be absolute madness as far as data sets dropping. First of all, JOLTS is huge. ISM is huge. The Fed chair, you already know the testimony is going to be big. And then, of course, unemployment, absolutely massive. What we're looking for and what the Fed is looking for really to see the market go bullish is to see unemployment slightly go down. They want to see unemployment slightly go up. I do apologize. They want to see unemployment slightly go up. Unemployment going up, meaning the market slowing down, meaning things are slowing down, meaning inflation will come down because the rates being raised are working. We are still in this battle of the rates being raised, and that is still the overall topic that the Fed is talking about and what is really moving the market. When the Fed talks hawkish, that is very, very bearish for the market. When the Fed talks dovish, that is very, very bullish for the market. So if we do see some dovish talk, we could see some bullish movement from the Fed. He was very hawkish tone in his last meeting, but we will see what the testimony has for us, and we will see what unemployment has for us as well. The forecast is coming out exactly the same. So if this is the case, it's really going to be like the status quo being the same. Normally when the consensus and the forecast are this close together, those are normally good indications that that number is going to be the number that you're going to see. So I'm betting that we will see a number around 3.7 on the unemployment, which means status quo pretty much the same. So we could not see that much volatility, but if there is a big movement in that number, you will see volatility on Friday. ISM also has a reason to cause volatility, and of course Thursday as well, and Wednesday 6th as well, we have to watch out for. So again, a huge week for this week on data sets. We're also going to be talking about the meme stocks in this video, AMC and GME. You guys already know. I'll be giving you guys the weekly outlook on that as well. AMC, or this is GME stock, sitting at about 400,000 shares available to borrow. GME sitting at about 400,000 shares available to borrow. Again, this could change as early as of Monday, so you do want to be ready for that. Also, AMC sitting at about 1.7 million shares available to borrow. 1.7 million shares available to borrow. They did have 2.2 million, so they have less than they had before. They still have a decent amount, but this isn't like those crazy amounts that we see, like 5 million or anything like that. But this is still a decent war chest of shares that they could use to try to deploy to try to put some bearish momentum on AMC stock. We'll be talking about the technicals here in just a minute. I also want to point out absolutely massive gains in crypto land. Okay, absolutely massive gains in crypto land. Shiba Inu up 126% this week. Pepe up 234% this week. And of course, Floki Inu, a meme coin, up 253%. Ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing absolutely massive gains in these meme coins, in the dog coins. Dogecoin up 64%, but you're seeing other coins like Bonk up 100%. Absolute meme madness as the market starts to move towards that more bull market type feeling of belief, thrill, and euphoria. Ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin summer is happening. Bitcoin bull run is coming. Bitcoin halving 2024 is the catalyst. We are going to see Bitcoin reach all-time highs around April, or shortly after. You will see Bitcoin surpass all-time highs. This is going to be absolutely insane, and it is going to be crypto summer, ladies and gentlemen. This is something to be excited about. We don't normally include crypto in the weekly update and prediction, but I do want to start talking about Bitcoin a lot more because I believe that this is one of the top assets and opportunities of our lifetime, okay, of our generation. Bitcoin's still in this overall bull flag. If we see Bitcoin break above around the range of $64,200, you're going to see a huge pop to the upside for BTC, possibly going straight for all-time highs if we break above that $64,000 level. Right now, Bitcoin is simply consolidating bullishly above the $60,000 level. As long as Bitcoin holds $60,000, you are potentially going to see that move past 64K, which will lead us going to all-time highs. And once Bitcoin passes all-time highs, it enters price discovery mode, and things could get absolutely insane very, very quickly, especially with the fundamentals that Bitcoin has of only having 21 million coins. The supply shock could be absolutely massive, sending this thing to valuations that we have yet to see and yet to fathom. So that is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Ethereum still holding up fairly well, holding up to about 3.4 thousand right now, 3.4 thousand per coin. I do believe Ethereum's going to hit a price target of about $5,000 per coin, in my personal opinion. Last bull run, it hit 4.8. I think $5,000 is a very, very safe price target. I do believe it's going to go higher than that, but I believe, just to make sure we're on the safe side, $5,000 price target is what I'm looking at for Ethereum as well. Ethereum basically right now, RSI kind of hot. Same thing for Bitcoin. RSI not kind of hot. It is very hot. I want to see these things consolidate before making a move to the upside, so we can have a healthy rally. I want to see the things possibly pull back or consolidate, because here on the daily time frame on both assets, RSI extremely overbought. Now, let's go ahead and move into SPY, showing you guys what we expect for SPY, giving you guys the weekly outlook and prediction based off the charts, the facts, and the data, and the technical setups that we have. I'm going to start here on the macro time frame and work my way down. It's a little bit different than I normally do, but that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, I want to show you guys a few things on the macro that are highly disturbing to me, okay? Highly disturbing for multiple reasons. Anybody who understands technicals will understand why this is very, very disturbing and concerning on the bigger time frames. So we can see that overall on the monthly time frame, we have a massive bearish divergence as price continually drifts to the upside, and RSI is continuously making higher lows or lower highs and lower lows. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an overall downtrend for RSI, while price is in an overall uptrend. Okay, that is a massive bearish divergence on the bigger time frames. Also, we are reaching maximum points here on the monthly time frame as far as the bands are concerned. Yes, we can blast outside of the bands, but we are seeing major resistance here at these higher regions that SPY is now in. Now, SPY, I believe, is rallying because we are seeing a massive pump in tech. NASDAQ is leading this rally, even though NASDAQ has not reached or has reached all-time highs. I believe NASDAQ is leading this rally. This is why we're seeing these moves to the upside. Stocks like NVIDIA, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, these stocks are what are heavily weighted in the NASDAQ and what are leading the rally. And if we look at a market heat map, it will show you guys these segments here. So we'll go ahead and just pull up the hot market heat map. So basically, Microsoft, NVIDIA, semiconductors, technology, Apple, including consumer communication services, things like that nature. Amazon as well, consumer cyclicals, all of those things are what is propping up the market right now. Main thing is semiconductors and technology are the main things holding up the market right now. If these things start to pull back, you will see the market absolutely collapse. But it does not look, as of right now, they are pulling back, okay? I'm letting you guys know right now that I'm actually expecting more bullishness from the market this week. And in fact, I'm expecting absolute insanity this week, ladies and gentlemen. We could see a massive push to the upside because of the momentum that we are carrying. So I'm just going to get back to that in a second and keep going back to these things on the macro to keep your perspective in check. Now, also on the weekly time frame, I want to point out that we have a massively high overbought RSI, possible RSI double top as well, sitting at that 73 range here on the weekly time frame. RSI is completely blown out here on NASDAQ, and on SPY, it is even worse. On SPY, we're sitting at 77 RSI on the weekly time frame. Normally, when you get these high RSIs on these bigger time frames, you see a major correction to the downside. Not only that, we're seeing a downtrend in overall volume. If you look at the volume at this last peak here and look at what we're seeing here, you are seeing less volume in SPY with an overall downtrend, but an overall uptrend in price. Again, more divergences on these levels. This is not what you want to see for a healthy rally. This is showing me that we are in what's called a bubble and or massive gamma squeeze type rally, where you're seeing things just go absolutely parabolic. You're seeing a ton of greed in the market, which the fear and greed is indicating that we are seeing a lot of greed in the market. And again, you want to do the opposite of the herd. You can make money in the short term. You can make money in the short term riding the wave to the wave up, but you want to be very, very careful because you know a top is coming and you know a correction is coming. Again, extreme greed in the market. When you see extreme greed, that's when you want to be extremely fearful. And when you see extreme fear, that's when you want to be extremely greedy. This will keep you buying the bottom and selling the top every single time. This is one of the things that I followed for Bitcoin to call the top and bottom. Also, as well as psychology and technicals helping me call the top and bottom for BTC. So what I'm looking at here on SPY, I do think we could see some bullishness to the upside, but all of the higher macro factors are showing that we are setting up for an overall correction to the downside that is going to be quite nasty. And all of these gap fills are also possible price targets. Not possible, they are price targets for what we're going to see pulling back to the downside. What I think we're going to see for this week, though, is another push to the upside. What we're looking for, if SPY breaks 513.25, you're going to see a huge push to the upside for SPY going to about 515, 520, easily gaining about $5-10 of value on SPY. Again, SPY is in price discovery mode because it did break past all-time highs. So this is price discovery mode. Things can get crazy right now. It is outside of the band. I believe that SPY, based off the momentum I'm seeing, wants to hold outside of the bands, but we're running into that indication again where there is no room to run. You can also see this bearish divergence, RSI trending down, price trending up on the daily time frame. You can see that RSI sitting at 70 on the daily time frame. Again, little to no room to run. Constantly running into this problem. That's why I want to see Bitcoin kind of consolidate so we can have more room on the RSI to have a healthy rally. I don't want to see it keep going parabolic like it is doing. I do enjoy watching my bags pump, but I also want to see a sustainable rally so we can reach higher price targets. So SPY has been constantly just pushing to the upside, making these crazy moves. I think that we are going to see SPY push to about 515 in my personal opinion, okay? I think we could see a 515 and then possibly a 520 price target. I am looking at 515 to be on the safe side. In the Discord, I'll have official trades and setups for you guys to look at that there. But I think we're going to see a push to the upside on SPY, overall locking in a green week. So my prediction for this week for SPY is going to be a green week for SPY. Now, let's go ahead and move into the meme stocks. Showing you guys what's going on for AMC, GME, and the rest of the meme stocks. We're going to go ahead and go into GME first. I'm going to show you guys what's going on. GME stock looking beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. GME stock looking beautiful. You see that we broke out of this pennant here. And pushed to the upside. So we had this falling wedge here on GME, pushed to the upside after breaking out of this pennant as well. So falling wedge, bullish consolidation, identified this pennant. Pennant broke out last week, giving us a nice push up to about $15 on GME stock, topping out about 15.07, coming back down to consolidate around 14.95. Of course, they didn't want that $15 gamma ramp coming in the next week. That would have been insane. But we do have a $15 gamma ramp for GME into next week, okay? I do not have the official stats right now, but if we break over $15, you're going to see a nice pop to the upside. I might even have a play for GME stock coming this week in the Discord, so check for that if you are in the Discord. GME stock, again, price target $15. We want to break above that. We really want to see GME hold $14.50. What I'm thinking we're going to see in the morning is probably we're going to have to see, it's going to be flat pre-market. I already know that. And we're going to have to see a retest, okay? We already know we're going to have to see a retest for GME stock. I believe that we're going to probably retest 1470 and then start pulling back to the upside around the afternoon, maybe 10 o'clock, in my personal opinion. So that's what we'll see on Monday for GME stock. Again, I think throughout the week, we're going to be fighting that $15 range. We want to see GME break above $15 and hold that level of support because we'll see a decent pop to the upside to about $15.50, $16 if we do that. GME is also following perfectly, okay? I want to point out a few things here on the macro time frame. First of all, we have a massive falling wedge on GME stock. Same thing that we have on Bitcoin, okay? The only thing about Bitcoin, it's not at the same angle. It's at a different angle. So that's why Bitcoin's breaking out so crazy. But a falling wedge is a bullish continuation. You have an uptrend that goes into a falling wedge that leads into a higher uptrend. It leads to a higher high every time. That's how I know Bitcoin's going to hit $80,000 per coin. Now, you guys can see that GameStop is in a falling wedge. You have an uptrend. Then you have your falling wedge. This could potentially lead GameStop hitting all-time highs, whether you believe that or not. Now, that is not the price target that I have at this very day and point, but I do have a price target of possibly $70, and I do have a price target of $40 for GME stock. I believe that we are going into our disbelief rally. I believe that this week has confirmed that. Why? Let me go ahead and take off the Bollinger Band so it's a little bit more clear what we're looking at. You guys can see that we have this double bottom here that dropped into a lower low than a V-shaped style recovery, which is now entering a higher low. We bottomed higher than the last low. Well, what does that remind me of? It reminds me perfectly of Cycle's psychology chart. Dropping down into our anger phase, and this is where I said we were at in the meme stocks. We were in anger and depression. I could tell by the overall sentiment and people's comments. I could tell by the overall sentiment and people in general. I could tell how people were behaving. I could tell by the prices. I could tell by the technicals that we were entering anger, and then we were entering depression, okay? We had that V-shaped style recovery of depression from GME after that anger double bottom. Now we made that higher low. What is coming next? A disbelief rally. This is where GME starts to trend back up, and people do not believe it because GME has been in an overall downtrend for over 2.5 years, okay? It's been almost 3 years now. GME has been in an overall downtrend, so people will not believe that it can actually trend back to the upside. But what is going to happen is it is going to start trending back to the upside, and this is how price slowly creeps up, okay? This is how people get manipulated by the market. The market is one of the few things people will not buy on a discount. They'll buy clothes on sale. They'll buy anything else on sale, but they won't buy something that is 80 or 90% from the highs. That's 90% of its all-time highest value. Why wouldn't you buy it on sale? Now, you guys can see that we are confirming that higher low. I think that GME is going to start pushing towards $18. That's not what I think is going to happen this week. I think we're going to have a battle of about $15, possibly pushing up to maybe $16 this week on GME stock. I do think we could see some decent movement if we get above that $16 level. Again, we're setting up for a decent move. $18 is a huge price point. That's why I have it marked in gold. If GME breaks above $18, you're going to see it pop to the upside big time. Big time. We also have, I mean, you see that major resistance there here on GME stock. If we get back above that $18 level, you're going to see a pop to about 20, 25 very, very easily on GME stock, and we are setting up for that. You can see that the MACD is starting to curl back up on the weekly time frame. So this is what I'm looking at for GME stock. On Monday, I do think we're going to have a little bit of consolidation, retesting the lows. It's probably going to be boring, but you do want to tune into the live stream to get live technicals and predictions, especially if we do break above that $15 level on Monday. You could see things get crazy pretty quickly. So again, you'll want to be tuning in live while I do the update. As far as the weekly outlook and prediction, what I think we're going to see as far as candle, I think that we are going to see another green week on GME stock. GME stock pulling out a nice green week last week, and I think we are going to see another green week for GME stock. Again, SPY bullish, GME bullish. Let's go ahead and go into AMC stock and wrap up this video. And again, if you are watching this live, I appreciate it, but don't worry, you guys can catch it on the replay, and I will be editing this down into a video for you guys as well, so you guys can check that out if you want around 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I'd appreciate it if you did. Now, AMC stock last week did a red week. I did predict a red week for AMC stock last week. I also predicted hitting a high of $5. Last week was very, very difficult. A lot of people got confused. I will try to be more concise about my predictions on what I'm saying and when I expect these price targets. So I did expect a price target of $5 for AMC stock, but I also expected a big pullback, and that's why I called for a red week. So we did see that red week, and we did see that pop to the upside that I did expect, but this is not to be feared. This is not to be feared. Let me go ahead and pull up TradingView for you guys and show you guys what is actually going on the smaller time frames and larger time frames for AMC stock, and what I believe that we could see for AMC going into the future. So AMC overall possibly setting up for a big inverse head and shoulders type play. Right here's your shoulder, right here's your head, right here's your second shoulder. We also have a bull flag sitting here. You guys can see we have this push to the upside. Then we went down into this bullish consolidation. We've seen a breakout. Every time you have a bull flag, you must have a retest, okay? Every time you have a bull flag, you want to see the breakout and you want to see the retest. If I go ahead and go to the images, it should show some of them showing what the retest is. But basically, that's when you retest the top line of support or resistance as support. So right here, you see you break out, you come back down, retesting the top line of resistance as support, and that's when you see the breakout. Well, the retest is always smaller than the actual breakout itself. So in that scenario, if we see AMC and this was simply the retest and we actually do get this breakout, which we did bounce off of and confirm the bull flag as support, not once when we broke out here, but twice. If we do get that breakout, you will see a breakout past $5 for AMC stock. There's going to be a massive gamma ramp at $5 for AMC stock. If AMC breaks over $5, it's going to absolutely fly. That's why there's all these sell walls here at $4.50, because there's also a gamma ramp there. And this is why they are actually, I believe, terrified of AMC stock right now. They don't want AMC stock going over certain levels for a key reason, because this thing could absolutely pop if it does pop over these levels. There's a gamma ramp at $4.50, which will take us straight to 5. And normally the call options in AMC has crazy call option gamma. With some of these times that we look at AMC, it could send this stock absolutely flying. There's so much demand for this stock still. It's absolutely insane, especially in the derivatives section. You guys can see that we did get that bounce to the upside. We are confirming it. What we want to see is AMC break above $4.50. You guys can see that there's sell walls here, there's sell walls here, and sell walls here. These are price targets: $5.60, $5.20, which we will break if we break $5. I believe if we break $5, we have a clear ramp to 6 easy. We do have a lot of buy orders down here as well. As you guys can see, we do have a lot of buy orders here as well. So we do have bulls trying to support AMC. If you see AMC come down to about $4 and I believe 32 cents, let me go ahead and check the chart here. I believe what we're going to see, I should say this, I believe what we're going to see is AMC come down to about $4.27, retesting that, and then moving back to the upside. We could come a little bit lower, $4.25. I believe that is going to be what we typically see in the morning, which is a sharp drop down and a retest. This is what AMC normally does on its consolidation type days. Basically, you see a sharp drop down, retesting those lower levels as support, gaining that support, and then slowly start moving back to the upside. Normally, we put in a higher high, like right here. You guys can see we did the same thing. We dropped down and then we put in a higher high. I believe that could be the same situation here on Monday, especially if GME starts to take off. GME has actually been leading AMC for the past week. for the past like week, GME has actually been leading AMC. GME will start rallying, and then AMC will start getting some play off of that and start moving to the upside. GME had this nice push to the upside after breaking out of this overall pennant, and I do believe that AMC, with this overall bull flag setup, could have enough momentum to see a push to the upside, hitting that $5 range. Now, there is one thing that I did want to point out for AMC that was possibly striking, is a potentiality of a potential bear flag. I want everyone to be prepared for every potential scenario. So we could potentially see AMC come out on Monday and consolidate and then drop down one more time. There is a gap fill down here, and I want everyone to be aware of it. It's at $3.99. We have to be aware of these things. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I need you prepared for each and every move. That way you can take advantage of it and play how you need to play. So we do have a potentiality of a potential bear flag here because we do have this move down, this sideways consolidation. If we see AMC break below $4.25 and lose that support, that is going to be a bad sign. So we want to see AMC stay above $4.25. Price target that we want for the bullishness is $4.50. So if we see AMC break above $4.50, you're going to see a bullish move to the upside. If you see AMC break below $4.25, you're going to see a bearish move to the downside. But overall, what I'm expecting for AMC stock is not another bearish week. I'm expecting a green week for AMC stock. And again, last week's prediction was correct. I do believe that this prediction will be correct as well. And I'm thinking we will see a green candle for AMC stock, in my personal opinion, on the weekly chart and weekly candle print. So that is my prediction for AMC stock. I do predict a green week for AMC stock. We do have a potentiality of dropping down and then seeing a big pop to the upside, but that would be more of a spring type effect in my personal opinion. I don't think we would be staying down at those levels. It still would be a higher low, is what we're looking for as well. But what I think we're actually going to do is break above $4.50 and then start heading back towards that $5 range, in my personal opinion, pulling off a green week overall once it's all said and done. So ladies and gentlemen, that is your weekly outlook and prediction. I do think this week is going to be absolutely insane. I will have plays for you guys available in the Discord. Again, amazing setup for GME stock, amazing setup for SPY as well, and potential bull flag breakout for AMC stock. We could see this thing go past $5 where there's a decent gamma ramp as well. Potential plays in the Discord. I'll definitely have one for SPY, maybe one for GameStop and AMC as well. So if you want to check that out, make sure you are part of the Discord and you guys check that out in there. But I appreciate each and every person that is watching right now and that will be watching later. If you found this video informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. As always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
All right, guys, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like and press subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you that watched this video to the end. Highly appreciate it. Go ahead and drop a like to help the channel grow and leave a comment. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.